Hello, sir. How
Yes.
are you? How have you been today?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And how have you been?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Okay, so tell me
Yeah.
about yourself first. Please introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Why not? Because we are meeting very first time. Yeah, we don't know about each other. Who are you and where are you from? Currently, what do you do? So before starting our conversation, we should introduce ourselves. Okay. First of all, thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity to introduce myself in front of you. I am Santanu Das. I am connecting from West Bengal, and by professional, I am working person. I work in a hospital as an attendant, and I have been working over there more than 10 years. And if I talk about my hobbies, I always like playing cricket and football. But nowadays, I don't play cricket and football because nowadays I want to be a good English speaker. This is my goal. That's why I am using this platform. On the other hand, I run my own YouTube channel, which name is English with SD. That's all about me. It is my short introduction. And ma'am, please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much for introduce yourself, and you are doing great, great job in your life. And from where you are, West Bengal, right?
Question. Yes.
Okay. So, there nowadays rainy season has been started, so network issue is there everywhere, is going on. So, okay, just 1 minute. There is a random call. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I love to introduce myself. As you know that my name is Monica. I am from Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, and I am a teacher and a spoken trainer also, spoken teacher also. And my YouTube channel name is Monica Gupta, and where I upload uh, so many videos from my content, and I am a content creator also. And nowadays I am busy just writing my content and prepare my content for my channel and so many things. And professionally, I taught in a school for 8 years in UP. So that is my
Okay.
experience, and my educational qualification is I have been done like I have done MA, Masters in English Literature with B.Ed honors, and nowadays I am taking online classes for speaking. That's all about me.
Okay,
Thank you so
okay.
much for
It's
asking.
wonderful introduction. And ma'am, you have done so many things, and you have completed your graduation in MA with English literature, and you are teaching few students in a school. And being a housewife, you have a lot of work in your house, and you are running your YouTube channel, and you upload the content on the YouTube channel. And I know very well because I have a YouTube channel, and for first of all you have to make this kind of video. After that you have to edit properly. After that you have to make the thumbnail. So many
Yeah,
things I
there
have
are
to
so
do.
many
But
things for online working is not easy. There are so many things we have to do for carry our channel nicely or smoothly. Otherwise,
yeah,
so many things get toppled down us, right? So, yeah, tell me something about your English journey. How do you get into this journey, or why would you like this language?
yeah, first of all I am telling you it is wonderful question for me because I'm from West Bengal. I belong to village area. And why I am learning this language? Because you know very well, English is an international language as well as the communication language. Yeah, to communicate each other, to communicate other country of people, English is necessary. English is needful language. You are from Madhya Pradesh. You have your own native language, but I don't know your native language properly. I am from West Bengal. Bengali is my mother tongue, but you don't know my native language properly. But after learning English, we are talking each other. We are connecting each other. That's why English
Right.
is connecting language. And number two, English is a professional language nowadays. Yeah. Whenever you
Yeah.
go to the interview for taking a good job in a multinational company, first of all, the interviewer asks the question in English. Yeah. Nowadays, that's why English is a professional language. But I
Professional.
am learning this language I am learning this language because there is a another reason. Because during my study, I was very weak English subject. When I was starting in class 7 standard and 8 standard, at that time I could not write one sentence in English properly. Because during my study in the primary school, there was no English subject in the primary school. That's why I was very weak English subject. Yeah, I have completed my graduation in mathematics subject, but one day I was thinking, yeah, during my study I was very weak English subject. But why I at that time I could not learn the English subject. After that, I started my English journey.
Okay, your journey is too interesting, but your English is also good. Now you are from since how many days, since when did you start your journey? How months or year have you completed?
Yeah, I have been learning this language more than 2 years. And before speaking English, I have completed the grammatical rules. Because when I started my English journey, at that time I did not know how to make a sentence in English properly. That's why at that time I every single day I used to watch so many English grammatical video on the YouTube channel. And after completing 2 months, at that time I noticed that yeah, nowadays I can write any paragraph in English, I can write any letter in English, there is no problem. But when I start speaking, at that time I get stuck. Yeah, at that time I thought, yeah, it is not a piece of cake, it is not a cup of tea. Reading is also another part, writing is also another part, and
Yeah,
speaking is
English
also
is
another
not
part.
a piece of cake, but it is possible
Yeah.
for our daily or regular practicing. It depends on our consistency, right? So, how did you
Yes.
learn from making the structure on your own, or you take any classes or like a AI teacher? From which application you learn all the things?
Yes. To be honest, I didn't join any coaching center. I didn't go anywhere because I work in a hospital. That's why I have to do shifting duty, morning, evening, night. And being a family member, I have a lot of work in my family. I am very busy person. And that's why I didn't join any coaching center. Always staying at my home and using my smartphone, I am learning this language. Earlier, when I started my English speaking journey, at that time, I used to use so many applications. Hybro, Excellency, CB, those kind of applications I used to
Yes.
use for audio call purpose. Yeah.
Yes.
Nowadays, I am using this application as well as also GeoMeet application. Earlier, I used to use so many applications.
But what is the difference between audio call and video calls conversation? Please,
Yeah, in my point of view,
yes.
there are so many difference. Yeah, audio call versus video call. Because when I talk with another person video call, at that time I observe that eye contact, body language, yeah, both are very important for learning this language.
Yes, yes. Interaction is very necessary, or interaction
Yes,
comes from video sessions or video communication. If you interact one-to-one classes, face-to-face conversation, so it solve our lot of problem. Like face expression is also very necessary. Body language is also very necessary. So all these
yes, yes,
these things mix we can see, we can meet only conversation or confabulation to each other. Right.
yes, you're right.
Yes. So tell me that if you meet for any beginner student or any intermediate student, and he or she is not at English over this language, he has no command, he has no good command. So how did you teach that student?
Yes. First of all, I will share the tricks and tips because to learn any language in this world, always you have to follow 4 rules. LSRW: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. 4 things are very important, but most important is listening and speaking. Yeah, because always you have to think how did you learn your native language? Always by listening and by speaking. Yeah, that's why listening and speaking are the most important part. Yeah, reading is also important. If you read English newspaper, if you read English story book every single day, you can learn this language very easily. Because by reading, you can learn so many new vocabulary. Vocabulary parts is also important. Yeah, that's why I
But
follow these rules.
learner
But
says
I
that
don't like reading.
co-learner, sorry to interrupt you, but learner says that vocabulary is not more important. We should learn first making the structure and first we start from our scratching and we so many people like na they did not want to learn vocabulary more and more. They only interested to speak out scratchily whatever the sentence structure is there, whether it is right or wrong. They only believe that
Yes,
vocabulary is not so much important for communication, for conversation.
yes,
So, is this
yes. I totally agree with
how?
you.
Yeah, is this true or
Who
not?
are beginner, who are beginner, there is no need to learn the vocabulary. But who are intermediate, yeah, they have to learn the vocabulary. Because I know very well, when I started my English speaking journey, at that time while speaking, I got stuck, lack of vocabulary. Because at that time I didn't have a lot of vocabulary in my brain.
Okay, so vocabulary is not so much important for the beginner, but if we talk
Yeah,
about like intermediate or professional, so how kind of which kind of vocabulary we need? Can you tell me?
yeah, there are so many vocabularies. If you read English storybook or if you read English newspaper, you will collect so many vocabulary from there. Yeah, but I don't like reading. It is boring to me. Yeah, I don't like reading. It is boring to me. Yeah,
Usually
that's why
people
I.
says that reading portion is very boring, getting bored. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
this is the same condition. I am on the same page as you told that reading portion I didn't like so much, but yeah, listening or communicate to people, I love to communicate people more and more. I explore
yeah,
myself by expressing or articulate our thoughts by our short videos and any kind of videos you can upload on your channel for your fluency. Okay, so tell me this is my last question for you, sir. So if you are good at this language, so how what kind of thinking you have right now about the beginner or intermediate student? Just 1 minute. There is a
yeah.
call. Yeah, please be continue.
Yes, yes. Yeah, in my point of view, actually, I have been learning this language more than 2 years. And in my point of view, practice is the most important key. Yeah, practice is the most important key. Always you have to practice regular basis. Around 10 minutes or 20 minutes, always you have to practice regular basis. And consistency is very important in my point of view.
Right. As you told me, that consistency is very necessary. And if you are like a professional and you didn't take so much time for your practice, so you can just read out some books and listen the music and listen the podcast of English. So these small resources can these small resources make enhance our English day to day. If you are a professional like you are working at hospital
Yeah.
and you didn't take so much time for practicing, so you can listen the English music, you can listen the podcast of different celebrities now. So these resources help us a lot
Yes, yes.
for enhancing our
And
communication skills. Yes.
yes, and
If
I
you
will
have
share
any question,
another tip.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, whenever you don't have time for when you don't have time for practicing, you can follow think in English. Yeah, I follow these rules wherever I go and whatever I see. Yeah, I try to think in English. For example, when I go to the duty in the hospital. Yeah, while going to the hospital at that time, whatever I see, yeah, behind the road, I always try to make a new sentence.
Yes, new sentence structure is very necessary for communicators for improve ourselves because if you
Yeah,
don't have good structure of the sentence, you don't know about the structure of the sentences, how to frame, how to use the proper tenses. So that is also lackness in English. And just convey a message for my audience that every learner is a great learner for their field, and we are all the learners and we should learn day by day, सीखना चाहिए कुछ नया. So that is the great point for me, that communication is not very easy. We should easy but we can easy this by regular practicing. So, yeah, from my
yeah.
side, this session have to be going to wrap up now because I have some urgent work. So, yeah, if you want to say something, you can.
Yes, yes. And ma'am, I would like to ask one question to you. And you are a teacher. You also teach few students. And do you teach English medium school or your native language school?
Actually, I am from Hindi medium also, and but I would like to teach both bilingual language, Hindi medium and English medium both. I teach in my coaching center, and it is beneficial for me also because bilingual language helps those beginners or those students who are not they are not able to understand fluent English. So I would like to go bilingual language whenever I teach my students. Yes.
Okay. And do you teach English grammatical rules?
Yeah, I teach English grammar, and today onwards at 6 p.m. my live I am going to live on my YouTube channel. So if you have time, so please join my channel class, and this is free for everyone.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you for giving a valuable time. Yeah, after connecting with you, I have learned so many things. All right, ma'am. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Same here. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.